Hi everyone, it's me, Wendy from Bake with Bakabee. Welcome back to my channel and great to see you guys again. Today I've been dying to make this video because I'm going to share with you my best kept secrets, a recipe for coffee almond cookies. And better still, I'm going to show you 2 different ways how to make them. How good are they? Think of the best cup of coffee that you have ever had and turn it into a biscuit. Ready to learn the secrets? Let's get baking. Let's prepare the coffee mixture first. As you can see, there is just a little amount of water, so the water has to be boiling hot, otherwise the instant coffee powder will not be dissolved. Also, when you are mixing it, it might have a little lump of coffee mix. You just need to keep mixing it until it becomes a smooth paste. Just like this. Set it aside for cooling down. Now let's prepare the wet ingredients. Beat the softened butter at a low to medium speed until fluffy and pale in color. Now add the light brown sugar and continue to mix them at medium speed until they are well incorporated. It takes around 3 to 4 minutes, so be patient. Don't forget to scrape down the bitter and the sides of the bowl to make sure everything is well combined. Add the egg yolk to the butter mixture and give it a quick mix. Now add the vanilla extract. Here I'm using pure vanilla extract. Try not to use any artificial one because it will affect the taste of it. After all the wet ingredients have been well combined, it's time for the coffee mixture. Remember, it needs to be cooled completely before adding into the butter mixture. At this stage, you may need to stop the mixer once or twice to scrape down the sides and the bottom of the bowl to make sure everything is mixed. It smells like a cup of coffee. Now your wet ingredients mixture is done. Let's prepare the dry ingredients. Sift the cake flour and mix with the baking powder. Now it's time to combine 2 groups of ingredients together. Mix them at low speed because you don't want the flour to fly up to your face. When the ingredients are gradually mixed together, you will feel the cookie dough becomes quite thick and slightly sticky. At this final stage, I will stop the mixer and do the final mix by hand with a spatula. Wow, the dough now smells amazing, just like coffee ice cream. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I'm going to show you how to make coffee almond cookies 2 ways. You need almond flakes and almond dice. Let's start with the almond flakes one. It is the classic coffee almond cookies. The almond flakes give the cookies an extra crunchy texture. Just delicious. For this classic style, you will need this long U-shaped cookie mold. The U-shape is 4 by 4 centimeters. By using this, you can easily make square-shaped cookies. Now, let's add the almond flakes into the cookie dough. Gently mix the almond flakes into the dough by hand with a spatula. Because of the dough is quite thick and sticky, it does take a bit of time to get them well distributed. Be patient, you will be rewarded with crunchy, nutty, tasty cookies. Now get the dough into the mold. Place a sheet of parchment paper into it. Scoop the dough a little by little into the mold by a spatula. Press the dough firmly into the mold to create a square shape. Slide the parchment paper backward and forward within the mold in order to finish molding the whole dough. Press the top and the both ends of the dough firmly with a spatula to make sure there is no holes in the middle of the dough. Then fold the parchment paper and smooth the dough by hand to get rid of any indentations from the spatula. Now we can refrigerate the dough for around 30 to 60 minutes or until it is firm enough to cut into slices. Let's move on to the second way of how to make coffee almond cookies. If you don't have the U-shaped cookie mold, this one is for you. First, get a shallow plate. Make sure the plate is wide enough for you to roll the cookie dough later. And place the dice into it evenly. Lay a sheet of parchment paper onto a flat surface. Scoop your whole dough on it by a spatula. Roughly shape it into a big log. It doesn't need to be perfect at this stage. We will shape it into a round log later. Now lift the end of the parchment paper and start to roll the dough into a sausage. Gently lift the dough up and unroll it onto the shallow plate with the almond dice. Now roll the dough and sprinkle the almond dice onto it. Then slightly press the almond dice onto the surface to make sure the dough is fully stuck by the almond dice. Don't forget the both ends. The more almond dice you have, the tastier and crunchier they will be. Prepare a piece of plastic wrap. Place the dough onto it. Lift up the end of the plastic wrap and start to wrap it tightly. Twist the both ends and refrigerate it for about 20 minutes or until it is slightly firm. If you want to have round cookies just like this, I'm sharing with you a trick how to achieve it. Take the dough out from the fridge after it has been chilled for around 20 minutes. You will see on the bottom side of the dough is flat. Why? Because when we chilled it, it is still soft. The weight of the dough makes this side flat. Now, all you need to do is keep rolling it until it becomes round again. That's it. One little step can make a big difference, can't it? When you are happy with the round log, you can put it back to the fridge to chill it for another 20 minutes or until it is firm to cut into slices. Wow, after all the hard work, it's time to preheat the oven and get ready to start baking. Take the chilled dough out from the fridge. It now should be firm enough to hold but soft enough to cut with a knife. Roughly cut each slice to a thickness of 5 mm. Place them on a non-stick baking pan, spacing about 1 to 1.5 cm apart. Now repeat this exact same process to the dough with the almond dice. They smell so good! Wow, so satisfied to see these round, nutty cookies. Because each batch can make around 30 cookies, if you can't finish it at once, just wrap it well with plastic wrap and they can keep in the fridge for 2 weeks. I found 13 minutes are just right for this thickness. I tried 15 minutes before, but the cookies turned out slightly burnt. When they are baked, the edges of the cookies should turn darker brown. It's time to remove them from the oven. Wow, I wish you could smell them now. Seriously, they smell amazing. Let them sit on the baking pan for about 5 minutes. Then, transfer them to a wire rack with a spatula to cool. These cookies can be stored in an airtight container for weeks at room temperature. There you have, coffee almond cookies 2 ways. I wish I could share them with you right now because they taste so good. Tell me which one you like the most, the almond flakes one or the almond dice one, or you like them both. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give me a big thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bells next to it so that you won't miss any of my new uploaded video. Alright, thank you so much for watching and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye!